There was an idea
to bring together a group of remarkable people.
To see if we could become something more.
So when they needed us, we could fight the battles
that they never could.
Hey guys, welcome to my non-spoiler review of Avengers Infinity War. This will be mainly around the movie, not so much the plot lines, but more around the way the movie was made, what the directors, the Russo brothers, did to make the movie what it is, and will not go into details around how things pan out. So this movie is the culmination of 10 years of the Marvel Cinematic Universe that has led us to this point. We know from the trailers we have Thanos, who is wanting to get his hands on all Infinity Stones because his end goal is to wipe out half of the universe to save it. We know this through the trailers, and we know that's what he wants to do. The way the Russos have done this is absolutely fantastic. They have taken measures to protect this storyline that possibly hasn't been seen before in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I'm sure other movies have taken these steps, but this is really, they've really gone to the nth degree to protect it, for want of a better word. Which is great because that really shows in the movie, and also it helped protect us as fans from spoilers, and I think that really added to the whole experience of watching the movie. The emotion that the Russo brothers brought into this film is brilliant. You really, at points, you even connect with the bad guys. That they really put a lot of emotion into all the characters. They all had their parts. They all had their soul to bear in each of their roles. There was something that they had to outlay. The flow of the movie was good. It was great. I mean, you are kept intrigued in how things will happen. There's always roadblocks that the characters will come up against and they have to find their way around. There are characters you are surprised that they end up where they end up, and how they end up there. Again, I don't want to go into too much because I don't want to spoil it for people. Josh Brolin in his role as Thanos has to be, if you consider him a villain, he has played his way into being the best villain in a superhero movie. Now, I was always of the opinion that Heath Ledger and his portrayal of the Joker was the best villain. I now believe Josh Brolin is. There are points in the movie, thanks to his acting and the writing of the role, where sometimes you feel for Thanos. And that's, I mean, they kind of touched on that with Eric Killmonger in Black Panther, where you kind of felt for him. Thanos the character of Thanos has his idea of what he wants to do and how he wants it to fall into place. And Josh Brolin really does a fantastic job in portraying that. I don't think you could actually get anybody else to play the role of Thanos as well as Josh Brolin did. Absolutely fantastic performance. He really takes this show. This is his quest to get what he wants, and Josh Brolin does an absolutely fantastic job. Marvel movies generally don't win Oscars. I don't believe Josh Brolin will win an Oscar because of that. But his performance is absolutely fantastic. He is a fantastic actor, and that's why now I'm actually really, really, really looking forward to Deadpool 2, where he plays Cable. He really stole the show. Of the other characters, obviously you saw the other MCU characters, the Guardians, Doctor Strange. Wong showed his face. The Secret Avengers, obviously, Captain America, Black Widow, and Falcon, being the outcasts to come back into it. There are a lot of heartfelt moments during the whole movie. Not soppy ones either, but ones that at points really pull on the heartstrings. If you are someone who gets emotional, please take some tissues. You will cry. It was played out so well. Like I said, you got to points where you actually felt sorry for Thanos. And you was like, dude, you're the bad guy, but I want to like you. I want to like you. Oh, I'm going to spoil it if I continue on that line. But yeah, I'll go back to it again. Josh Brolin, absolutely fantastic performance. It's his movie. Done an absolutely great job, and I'm glad that they went that way. A lot of people around the internet, on other non-spoiler reviews, have called this the MCU version of The Empire Strikes Back, and they're 100% correct. It was all about the bad guys. It's an absolutely fantastic movie, and really, if you are a fan of the MCU and you have been following it for the past 10 years, and even if you haven't read the comics, because we know that the movies have always diverged a bit, you're going to really enjoy this. It is, I would say this is the best MCU movie that's been put out by Marvel. It is absolutely fantastic. The characters all play their part. The Russos do a really good job of making sure everybody has their piece of the movie. There are obviously certain characters that get more, and they are more part of the plot. That is just the way they structured the movie, and they did it well. Everyone has their own arc, whether it be small, whether it be big. There are everyone has a role. I guess the next part to touch on is the Black Order, Thanos' children. So we're talking Ebony Maw, Proxima Midnight, Corvus Glaive, and Col Obsidian. They are the ones that Thanos sends out to try and get the Time Stone and the Mind Gem. The Soul Gem does show up. What happens to it, I'll leave you to see the movie. I think people will be surprised when they see what happens and what sort of outcomes occur from that. Again, go back to the directors, the Russos. They do an absolutely fantastic job with this movie. You really get invested in it. You really get taken along for the ride. You are immersed in the actual cinematic universe. I'm sure there are people that are a lot more in tune with the movie industry than what I am. There will be people who will probably pick it apart, find plot holes and the like. Fine, let them do it. This is just my opinion. I believe this is the best MCU movie that has been made, and it's deserving of that title, especially being the culmination of 10 years of work by Marvel and their efforts to bring this cinematic universe to everybody. Marvel have done a great job over the years. There have been some hits, some misses, but I think everything all ties in to where we are now and how we get to this point. The interesting thing will be how this all affects the MCU going forward. When you see the movie, you'll realise what I'm getting at. Something we know in the MCU is always a post-credit scenes. In the past, we've known that there have generally been 2, maybe 3 sometimes. This is not a spoiler, this is just a heads up. There is one end credit scene only. It is right at the end of the credits, so please stay and watch it. Do not get sucked into walking out like half the cinema did tonight. Please stay for the end credit scene. If you're watching this and you've seen Marvel, you know what I'm talking about. There was always end credits. They always give an idea of what's coming next. You're going to want to see this. That's pretty much it for the non-spoilery review. I've actually already filmed my spoiler review because I needed to before I could do this. I did not want to vent and accidentally say something I shouldn't and ruin it for everybody. In the next couple of days, I will post my spoiler review with full ranting and raving. You'll be able to see that in the next couple of days. So click like, subscribe, follow, and I'll post that up probably Sunday night when people have generally seen it over the weekend, or potentially on Monday just to give it that extra time. Depends how I go with other things. Please appreciate this movie for the efforts that are being put in by the directors and the cast, because they have really done a fantastic job of this movie. It's not just a bash and barge. There is emotion in this movie, and it's not just cheesy emotion. There is actual... they've done a great job of that. So guys, thanks very much. Click like if you like it. Please leave any comments if you have. Please keep in mind, if you do leave comments, do not leave spoilers, because there will be people who have not seen it. Leave a comment if you agree with what I say, or if you think there's something I may have missed, or if you believe that my opinion isn't right. You're more than welcome to put your opinion forward. This is what I believe, that they've just made an absolutely stunning movie. I'd love to hear your comments about it. Again, don't post spoilers, because there are people that have not seen it. Thanks very much, guys. Have a great night. We'll see you later.